It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the host for the evening, longtime Channel 13 anchor here in Las Vegas, about San Diego, in Las Vegas, Trisha Keene.
Hello and welcome, I'm just going to take this off, to the first annual NATAS Student Production Awards. I'm so honored to be here with you, and I was once, like you guys, a high school student a long time ago, growing up in the #1 market in the country, Los Angeles, and I got to see the best news and the most legendary news anchors, and I thought to myself, one day I want to do that, but I didn't really know how to get there. There was no game plan. I didn't even have the knowledge that you have, because today we are so much far advanced in social media and we get to see things on our phone. And did you know that today, this tool, you can edit a piece and do everything on your phone. You can shoot it yourself, you can mic people up. This is a life changer, your iPhone, right? And this is what the future of news is, right here. I do a lot with my phone, I shoot things myself. But it didn't start out that way. When I started out, I went to college for journalism, and I went to Arizona State University, which has a phenomenal journalism school. I didn't have a blueprint, like I said. All I knew is that I wanted to do what you wanted to do, and I needed people like me to kind of tell you the path. But I had a girlfriend that went to ASU, and she told me, this is one of the best journalism schools in the country, and they will teach you everything you need to know. And she was right. And without my journalism school, I don't think I would have gotten to where I am today, because I didn't have people coming to my class talking about journalism. So what I hope for you in this changing era that we're in now of news, where artificial intelligence, it's the real deal, it's taking a lot of jobs, but it's not taking every job, and news will still be around when you're out of college. And what I would say to you, the best thing that you can do is learn how to use your phone. I self-taught myself how to edit recently because I have to do reels. It's part of my job requirement now. So you learn everything you can. And that's the great thing about this generation. You've learned so much and you've grown up with, my son is 16, your age, and he teaches me so many things about the phone, right? And so if I have any advice for you today, I've been doing this for 34 years, and I can tell you, since I'm probably the age of your parents, but I can tell you this, in the last 3 years, the television industry has changed more than I've ever seen it in the entire time I've been working in this industry. So if you want to be a part of the next generation of journalists, it's going to come in this form, and it's also going to come through social media, because more and more people are looking and finding less on the traditional television screen. And I have a funny story really quickly to tell you. My former co-anchor told me a story recently that he's 9 now. His 9-year-old son came home and he was watching TV, and he said, "Are you watching old people TV?" And my friend Todd had a moment, and he said, "You know what, Trisha? The young generation sees the television as how we look at a VCR recorder or 3/4-inch tape." So this is changing very fast, and what I can say to you is, you can still have a great career, but you have to be on the cutting edge of the latest technology. So that's the best advice I can give to you as you move into your careers and you go to college, and pick a school that has what you're truly passionate about and what you feel in your soul, because I found that if you're not true to your soul in life, you tend to have a rockier time. But if you listen to your gut feeling, and I always listen to my gut feeling. In fact, before I came to Las Vegas, I had been at CBS News in New York, I had been at Atlanta, and Las Vegas was actually a smaller market for me. I was in Los Angeles and they called me out of the blue, but I listened to my gut feeling, and look at me today. I'm standing before you 25 years at the ABC station as a weekday anchor. That is really, I can't even believe it myself, if you want the truth, because I've seen a lot of people come and go. So I want to get this party started. I want to celebrate you, and I just really want to encourage you to follow your dreams and goals, and never, I get a lot of young people who reach out to me. Lots of times in the evening, I do Zoom calls, believe it or not, on Zoom, giving advice. And people ask me, and I always say, is this for a school project or is it for you? But I'm always here in the community to guide young journalists along, because I really want you to have a great career, and there's nothing like getting your news from a vetted organization like an ABC or an NBC or a CBS affiliate. Well, let's get things started. I'm here at the end if you have any questions for me, certainly. But at first, I want to introduce somebody who is so lovely. Shatar Collier. She's the Vice President of the Pacific Southwest NATAS Division. She has a great speech planned for you today. She wants to talk to you. And may I just say that she looks phenomenal in her gown. Shatar, in her gown. Shatar, come on out here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Trisha Keene, everyone. Trisha Keene. Thank you. She is amazing and an inspiration to so many of us. I know we watch her on television every day, and she continues to be a beacon of goodness here in media and in television. So good evening, everyone. Let's try it again. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I am so happy to see all of your smiling faces. My name is Shatar, and I invite you to take a look around the room. You are the next generation of visionaries, of innovators, of icons. You are the shining stars that define the future. Now, there is an awesome electricity generating in here tonight. Don't you feel it? Yeah. I feel it too. I feel it too. And this comes from the power of your imagination. We are here to celebrate that you took that leap of faith. You had the idea for a story, and you turned it into something magical. That is a superpower, and tonight we celebrate all of our superpowers of perseverance, of strength, and of supporting each other. Tonight is about celebrating excellence in production and feeding off of the resilience that we all have. Now, whether you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, directing in the edit bay, composing the soundtrack, or using your voice, you are building the future of media one frame at a time. Those sleepless nights, those endless days when ideas just hit you like light bulbs going off, that's what we're celebrating today. So whether or not you receive an award, it is a celebration of every moment. All of those long hours, your dedication, your hard work is continuously paying off. Deserving to be in this room, I am, and we are all so proud of each of you. Each of you. We are aware, and we know that you don't do it alone. For every creator who entered, whether you were nominated or not, the production teams who support them, and the family members who cheer them on every day, please stand up at this time and be recognized. Please, because it takes all of us. Everyone who entered, please stand. All of the family members, please stand. These production teams, please stand, because you are up with them every night as they are doing this work. We recognize you. Katie, we recognize you. Yes, each of you, give yourself that much deserved applause, because you make a difference. Your support truly makes a difference in helping them to tell the stories that touch minds, touch hearts, and truly change lives. To every nominee and every creator here, your passion and your productions have the ability to inspire. So as you move forward from tonight, keep finding the beauty in the message, keep finding the power in the story, and keep creating, because the world needs your stories of hope, of joy, of love, and of strength. My name is Shatar Safira Collier, aka Hottie, and I encourage you to not let go of creating. I want you to continue to share your accomplishments with the world, inclusively feeding all and excluding your fear of failure. continue on this journey. I love you and I am with you. Thank you. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to introduce our fearless chapter president, Mr. DJ Summit. DJ! Yes. Oh, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out. So look out. You know what I see right now? I see 200 stories, 200 hearts all beating, 200 people who've come together, not to recognize the people here who were, nominated, not to recognize the winners tonight. I see 200 hearts beating for a coronation. Tonight's a coronation for the next generation. The industry's changing, and it's changing fast. I remember just a couple of years ago when it was completely different. And then a little thing happened called the pandemic. You may have heard of it, I don't know. But it changed everything. But even before that, things were changing fast. Consolidation, AI. The thing that I know is we're in here with those 200 stories. Out there, there's a bunch of books written by people who had amazing stories. AI, algorithms, it can't tell you anything that's not in that room. But it can't tell you anything that's in this room. The story that you carry in your heart, the experiences you had, that's what makes you special. That's what makes the stories that you tell special. Until an algorithm can look its lover in the eyes and say, I love you, in that way that we all know, it can't tell a story, not a love story. And until it's broken someone's heart, it doesn't know tragedy. I see a generation that's going to grow up and tell the important stories of news, hopefully better than ours did, because look around. I see the next generation of people who are going to entertain. And I'm excited to recognize that tonight. A little housekeeping before we get started. We're going to go category by category. And if you hear your name, all the entrants on that category can come down over here to my left, your right. Come up, one person talk, please. We wish you luck on that. At the end of you will receive your piece. We're going to do the high school for the categories that are high school and college. High school will come first. You'll give your speech, then college will go next. This is the first time we've done this here. This is the first time we've done a student awards. It's exciting. I'm glad we get to do it together. So for the next 80 minutes, I don't know, let's just all kind of hang in, lean low, and celebrate the amazing work that brought us here. This was a big year for entries, for nominations. If you're here and you're a nominee, fantastic. I mean, it was a difficult crop, and so I sincerely, with all my heart, say congratulations to each and every one of you. And with that, we'll get on to the awards. Just to kick things off, for our first ever high school award, like I said, it's a coronation, and it's the next generation meeting the next generation. Our first ever high school award will be presented by 2 college students. There is Jack Bridges and Hassani Johnson, both from UNLV.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jack Bridges. I am a graduate teaching assistant at UNLV for the Journalism and Media Studies Department, as well as a production assistant for the live programming department for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And I am Hassani Johnson, undergrad film student, UNLV.
Sweet. So before we get started, we've been asked to tell a couple of stories about how we got here. But before we get into that, the nominees and the recipients, when they get announced, are going to follow that route to come up to the stage over to the left if you're facing us here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our stories about how we got here. So for everybody's sake, I'm going to read off the phone here because I can get a bit carried away and go on tangents. My students will let you know. But after graduating from high school, I had an emphasis in finance that I clearly wasn't interested in. I entered college with pretty much no direction. Exploring majors was an option at UNLV, but after 2 years of only taking prereq classes, I finally decided to switch over to journalism and media studies, thanks to a fun social media class from Professor Morse. Shout out Professor Morse if you're watching. A lifelong love of YouTube videos and a push from my mom. So I finally decided to go with journalism and media studies, but in life I often struggled to take opportunities that were presented to me. So it was definitely unlike me to respond to an email from a professor in mid-July about a visit to the Las Vegas Raiders HQ. That decision, though, led to a shift in my path, that would continue to feel like has been the right decision to this day. It was a student visit to the Silver and Black production studio. We could ask professionals about the media team about what they do on a daily basis. And at that point, I had only taken one production class, and it was a summer school course, lasted about 2 weeks. So I wouldn't say I was walking in blind, but it was definitely pretty blurry. I didn't really know what to ask. And going along that vein, I asked one question, but I couldn't remember what it was at all. It was nothing important, but it was something. I participated. But after the Q&A was done, one uncharacteristic decision led to another, and I decided to approach one of the professionals who was on the panel, and as luck would have it, there was an opportunity for a student production assistant position, and they were accepting applications for the upcoming season. And despite feeling entirely unqualified, I decided to interview for that position. So I interviewed with the same man that I talked to from that panel, and in a couple weeks, I became his newest employee, and he's still my boss to this day. My first day as a PA for the Raiders was in week 3 of 2023 NFL season. I arrived at HQ thinking I might be responsible for grabbing some waters, picking up some coffee for the talent, maybe like looking up a stat here and there. And I was a little nervous, but I figured that would be all I was asked, but boy was I wrong. Upon arrival, my newest boss introduced me to my coworker and let me know that very clearly to pay attention to what he was doing because I was on my own doing his job next week. Not quite what I expected getting into it, but it was definitely a good learning experience, and it was similar to the whole experience of signing up to go to Raiders HQ. So I was obviously horrified. Unsurprisingly, I'm not an individual who enjoys doing something unless I have like a good idea of what the process looks like. Maybe not a good idea, but a decent idea. I was walking in pretty much blindfolded. But after a lot of notes, plenty of errors, and most importantly, tons and tons of questions, I finally developed into the producer I am today. Both that initial visit to the HQ and my first day on the job taught me valuable lessons. And that lesson is that you won't learn how to swim until you jump in and start trying. And I tell this story not only to congratulate all the nominees tonight, because it's scary. It's a nerve-wracking thing to put your work out there, but it's also a huge honor to be recognized for your work. And congratulations to everybody, whether they're a nominee, whether you're a recipient or not. Being nominated is a huge, huge deal. But I also implore all the nominees tonight to continue to challenge themselves, continue to push themselves, because you will definitely surprise yourself, because you don't really know what you're capable of until you try.
High school. Guys, like you, I was once just a kid with a camera, and high school was a weird time. Was trying to figure out who I was, what I liked, and what I wanted to do. But it was a camera that brought me the most peace, forced me to figure out what I wanted to say and who I was. And I just want to take this time to remind you of how lucky you are to have filmmaking as a tool to figure out who you are, to give yourself some sort of therapy and to grow. And I want to commend you for doing it in 30 to 60 seconds in the most difficult format ever. I want you to know that making commercials, although sometimes it may be overlooked how difficult they are, I assure you it puts you ahead of most filmmakers in the long run. And I'm very, very proud of you.
And now we can stop yapping about ourselves and get into what everybody came here for, right? So the nominees for the high school category for commercial are NFHS Covering It All, Dos Pueblos High School, and So Much Drama STN Promo by Dos Pueblos High School.
Ooh. All right. And in the category of high school commercial, the recipient is NAFHS Covering It All, Dos Pueblos High School. The recipients are Douglas, Kane, and Towns Whitner. Oh, they are here. Wonderful.
I am not a 40-year-old high school student. My name is Doug Keynes. I'm the broadcast journalism advisor at Dos Pueblos High School. We are about 7 hours away in Southern California, and today is our senior prom. So I am here trying to capture this moment and share this awesome opportunity. I won't blab on here. Our kids are so proud to be a part of the NATAS Student Production Awards. This is a special, special honor for us, and we're enthused to be able to participate. And I completely agree with everything that I've heard as a teacher. And I look out here, I am looking at the future, and journalism matters now more than ever. Thank you.
Thank you. I was a brokey in college. I didn't come from much anyway, but paid for college with scholarships and worked through college. And then my senior year, I decided I was going to fly here to Las Vegas because there's a big conference here every year called NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, and a lot of hiring managers for television stations across the country attended that conference. So I went to the University of Missouri-Columbia, the oldest, first ever school of journalism in the world, and was pursuing broadcast journalism. And my senior year, it was April, 3 other classmates and I, we decided we were going to room together at the very luxurious, very swank, Howard Johnson Las Vegas Airport. It's still there. It's now a Best Western and has been refurbished a bit, but if you drive down Paradise directly across from the airport, it's still standing there in all its glory. So me and 3 other fellow brokies from the University of Missouri-Columbia shared a room there, and I saved all semester to go to that because I was thinking this is going to be my shot. This is going to be where I could potentially get a job at a television station out of school. I saved money for the registration, which even though it was a student registration, wasn't cheap. The flight to Las Vegas, the hotel, yes, I was sharing it with 3 other girls, but I still had to save. And then some money for food once I got here. Really underestimated how much food cost in Las Vegas. So the conference, I was here Monday through Thursday, I think. I ran out of money for food on Tuesday. So I talked my way into networking receptions that were not meant for college brokies. They were meant for media executives. And somehow I talked my way in there because they had free food in there. And that was the only way I could eat because I had already withdrawn my checking account 3 times, and that means they shut it off. Anyone who's ever been a brokey, you know that rule. So that's where, at the conference here in Las Vegas, I had my suits, and every day I went to NAB and I would interview with managers there. I met a news director from the CBS station in El Paso, Texas. We talked. He said, "I'm interviewing you here on the spot. Let's go talk. Can you write yourself out of a paper bag?" I didn't know what that meant, but I said, "Yes, sir. Absolutely, I can." And I just talked about all the things that I'd be able to bring to his station in El Paso, Texas, a city I had never visited ever in my life, but desperately needed a job. And I interviewed with a couple other stations while I was here in Las Vegas. And when I returned back, outside my apartment door, there was a contract offer for that station in El Paso, Texas. That was my first ever reporting and anchoring job there. I then went on to work in cities like Nashville, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and here in Las Vegas, and then transitioned in 2021 to starting my own video production company, where we are now. Storyville Road is our company. Shout out to our executive producer who's in the house. Storyville Road is now the only woman-owned production company contracted by the NFL. Writing is still, in the age of AI, incredibly valuable. Storytelling is not going to be replaced by the robots when done well. When we can match our visuals to our scripts and our writing and be able to move people in an emotionally resonant, real way, we can still capture audiences, no matter what format. That's why I'm honored to introduce the nominees for College Writer. Behind the Door, College of Southern Nevada. Buried, Palestine and the Need for Media Literacy, College of Southern Nevada. Legend Has It, The Gadsden, College of Southern Nevada. And Running Out of Time, UNLV. And, we have 2 recipients in this category. The first recipient, Buried, Palestine and the Need for Media Literacy, College of Southern Nevada, Ziad Jumani. Our second recipient, Legend Has It, The Gadsden, College of Southern Nevada, Hisani Johnson, who you just heard from. Congratulations to both of you. Come on up.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks to the Academy. Thanks to my producer, Hassani, and Ernest, who's not here, and Rachel, CSN, Professor Aliano. The reality of what I wrote is the documentary addressed the United States' influence in Palestine, and it should be noted that the carpet bombing of civilians is extended into Lebanon now. The US government sends the bombs, jets, intelligence, and legal cover from ICC prosecution. That's not neutrality, it's active material support. The media calls it self-defense, while entire families are erased from the earth. That's not bias, it's a pipeline. We as filmmakers are here not to be neutral. We're here to show what's actually happening, and what's happening is a crime. Sawfa ya'ti al-yawm, free Palestine.
The best part about making college films is that you get to make it with your friends. And I want to thank my friends and my crew members, my producer, for helping me make Legend Has It, a documentary about a local gymnastics Olympian who lives here in Las Vegas named Jason Gadsden. And I'd like to thank my college professors at the College of Southern Nevada for pushing me as hard as they could. Even when I thought I didn't have anything else to give, they got it out of me. But I really want to thank Z for allowing me to help him with his documentary, because I'll be honest, I didn't even know the geography of the area when we got started, and now I know how important it is to wake up and listen and participate. So thank you.
Our next category is animation, and presenting that will be Sally Allen.
If you would have told me about 10, 15 years ago that I would be holding a microphone, or I'll be standing on stage, I would tell you that you're crazy. Never in my wildest dreams. And that's because I came from a culture of where women are oppressed, where we look down and we walk like this, and where we're afraid to look people in the eye. This is what I want to talk to you about today. A lot of us come from different cultures and different backgrounds. But guess what? We can move ahead despite that. I learned something important that changed my life. I learned that you do not build confidence from the absence of fear. I want you to hear this. You do not build confidence from the absence of fear. We walk this life and build confidence while fear is right here walking with us. Each of you will be going in the workplace not so long from now. And I like to say, when we've climbed a small mountain, then we start climbing that medium mountain, and then we get to the bigger mountains. When we get to the bigger mountains, if you don't remember anything today, I want you to remember this. With every level comes a different devil. And what that means is you have to prepare yourself. And the way you prepare yourselves is, one, you surround yourself by people who can pick you up when you fall down. When you think you're failing, I want you to remove the word fail from your vocabulary and use the word lessons learned. Surround yourself by people who are not going to say yes to you all the time, but they will give you honest feedback and continue to grow. Because every time I spoke up, every time I fell, and every time I picked myself up, it's called a compound effect. I grow confidence, and it builds until one day you're like, yes, I can do this, and you become that person that encourages someone else. I want every one of you to remember, all the students here today, I want you to remember this. You're not being honored because everything was easy. You're being honored because you showed up. How many of you were so nervous when you presented your project? How many of you were nervous? That's right, but you showed up. This award is not just proof of what you've done. It is evidence of who you are becoming and where you are going. Your voice matters. Your efforts matters. And your future is not just waiting for you to be perfect, because you'll never be perfect. Take that word out of your vocabulary. It's waiting for you to be brave. It's waiting for you to take that next step. It's waiting for you to put one foot in front of the other. And I know y'all are still young, but the next generation is looking to you. So, today, I'd like to announce the nominees for college, animation, graphics, and special effects, and architect's purpose, UNLV. Homing pigeon, UNLV. The recipient is, in the category of college animation, graphics, and special effect, and architect's purpose, UNLV, the recipient is Brett Levner. In the category of college animation, graphics, and special effect, Home and Pigeon, UNLV, the recipient is Brett Levner. Brett, I am proud.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had like a little technical difficulties with like the naming, but hi, my name is Ethan Langet. I am the, I guess the animator of Architect's Purpose. To be honest, I didn't have a speech plan at all, so just bear with me. I'm going to speak from the heart. Wow, thank you. This project was like a childhood dream of mine to do. I basically, what this was it's a Lego Minecraft stop motion, and I really just wanted to channel what like it was to just be a kid and just like play the game and just create the stories from the world, because Minecraft, that game is not really, there's not much of a story there. So I really just used my imagination, just figured out like a whole plot line to this whole project. I want to thank my parents for introducing me to like the game and Legos, and obviously my cast, my crew. You guys did amazing. Thank you for volunteering. I never approached you guys. You just stepped up because of the interest. So thank you so much. And all of my mentors from middle school to high school to UNLV at college. UNLV Film Forever. Thank you guys. Yeah, and thank you so much for supporting everything I've done so far. And this is more motivation to create more stories in the future. So thank you.
I also didn't come prepared with a speech. I'm also not Brett Levner. I'm Christian Martinez. Hi. Thank you so much for everyone for recognizing Homing Pigeon. First and foremost, I didn't do this alone. This isn't just me. I'd like to shout out the other half of this short film, my brother Paulo in the crowd. If he could come, like, I don't know if he's allowed to, but if he could, he's up here with me spiritually. But I really am not prepared for this. Animation is not just for kids. Animation isn't a genre. Animation is a medium just as much as anything else. It's a storytelling tool, and it's very important to reach to not only kids, but adults, anyone. So thank you so much, UNLV Film. Thank you.
And the next category is talent, presented by Greg Popel.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Hi, I'm Greg, and I want to say I was honored to meet Ethan earlier today. The presenters arrived earlier, and he was in his car at 4 o'clock this afternoon waiting to get in because he was so excited about this award, and he had his mom with him, and that inspired me to, or it showed me what the kind of people that are going to be in this room tonight. And I think we all also celebrate this room, right? Yeah, it's a library, but this is a beautiful auditorium in a beautiful library. It's on the campus of CSN, which is a beautiful institution in our community. And a lot of people, you know, I don't want to say look down their nose at Torrey Pines and Charleston, but it's not the first intersection that they think of when they think of things that are making Las Vegas a better city. But my name is Doug Puppel, and it's a privilege to be here tonight with the Academy, guests, fellow presenters to honor student storytellers and those who support them. I've spent a career around stories, starting in journalism. You learn quickly that the story is rarely in the press release. Sorry, Ruth. And it's often outside the spotlight, and it's in the question that needs to be asked. These days, I also work as a model and an actor. That has shown me something else. Sometimes the story is in the silence, the framing, and letting the camera find the truth. The years have taught me that the best work begins with paying attention, and that's what we celebrate tonight. attentive students boldly entering a rapidly changing world. The platforms keep shifting, the screens keep multiplying, the tools are evolving faster than ever. But these storytellers are not backing away from the change, they are stepping toward it. That will require adaptability as well as talent, being ready to learn new skills and explore new formats. So to every student here tonight, stay nimble, stay brave, and keep our standards high. Meet audiences where they are while holding tight to the essentials: integrity, judgment, curiosity, and heart. The world needs people who can tell stories that will help the rest of us understand where we are going. The future of media is not waiting in the wings. It is already here. And tonight we get to applaud those who will usher it in. Tonight's nominees: high school talent, flag football play-by-play, Dos Pueblos High School, and flag football play-by-play, Dos Pueblos High School. They tell me that yes, there's 2 entries for the same title. Sophia Pixley, Purpose in Every Frame by Dos Pueblos High School. For college, we have Buried, Palestine and the Need for Media Literacy, College of Southern Nevada. Cadence, College of Southern Nevada. El Toro, College of Southern Nevada. Our recipients are in the category of high school talent, Sophia Pixley, Purpose in Every Frame, Dos Pueblos High School. Recipients are Douglas Kane, John Dent, Sophia Pixley. In the category of college talent, El Otero, College of Southern Nevada. Recipients are Rafael Adame and Jacob Neal.
Hello again. Sophia Pixley, interestingly enough, and a very interesting, like my 2 happy places. I am also the high school flag football coach. Sophia Pixley was a captain in the newsroom and a captain on the football field. So that's just something that's super special for me. Sophia Pixley is currently a freshman at Cal Berkeley studying journalism. And when I say captain of the newsroom, I mean that in every sense of it. You need student leaders to set the standard of what good ethical journalism looks like, and Sophia Pixley did that day after day, week after week, month after month, and what a beautiful capstone for her high school years. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for nominating me. I'm very thankful and honored to be here and accept this. And thank you for Colin Flanagan for casting me in this. And I'm really proud of it. So thank you all very much.
Sorry, real quick. I'm not Jacob Neal. I wish I could only be that handsome, but he did want me to say that I would be nowhere without my amazing friends and family, and with this amazing cast and crew. That being said, on to the next.
I also am not Jacob Neal, but I was told by one of our fantastic board members and volunteers that I missed something when I first said things. Luciano, I'm sorry. Everybody that's here tonight, please go on socials, post your things to hashtag NATAS-PSW, NATAS-PSW, can help spread your reach, help spread our reach. By the way, you're also gonna feel free to go add yourself to the IMDb page for this event tonight. You know, we're all professionals here, so let's do that. With that, I would like to bring up our next presenter, the incredible Bruce Marin, board director.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody feeling? I didn't even have to say it twice. Absolutely love it. First of all your smiling faces touch my heart, and I want to leave you, if you don't remember anything else, all of your dreams are going to come true, and I know it. Your dreams are going to come true. Any of you remember in 1970s, there was a song called Dream Weaver. I'm the dream weaver to you, and I'm telling you, your dreams are going to come true. So I thought it would be a great introduction to all of you, since I'm talking about dreams for you, to tell you how my dreams came true. And it all started at the UCLA Film School. I graduated the UCLA Film School thanks to my beloved mom, who I love with all of my heart. My mom said, Bruce, why don't you try to get a job at MGM Studios, the most famous studio in all of the world? The next week, thanks to my mom, I was working at MGM Studios, and not only that, I was working in the Thalberg building, the most famous building in studio history. So I'm there as a rookie, a young kid out of the UCLA Film School, really a total rookie. The president of MGM comes into my office. He says, Bruce, I have an idea. I'd like you to have lunch in the commissary at MGM with Elvis Presley. Would you like to do that? I didn't have to think too long on that one. He said, we have a brand new film in 1972. It was called Elvis on Tour. Bruce, we want you to handle the publicity with Elvis on Elvis on Tour. So I went into the commissary. Again, I'm a young kid. I was 21 years out of the UCLA Film School, and I'm sitting down across from Elvis Presley, and I smiled at Elvis, and I said, Elvis, we are really going to get along. We are both mama's boys. And Elvis loved that. He absolutely loved that. I wound up working with Elvis on his films, his TV productions right here in Vegas. A lot of you know the International Hotel. I went to 500 of his concerts here. So while I was working with Elvis, he and also my mom said, Bruce, why don't you think about starting your own company? This is 53 years ago, so I started my own company. In the very first year, imagine this, the very first year of my company, my early clients were Johnny Carson, Michael Landon, and Robin Williams. This was 53 years ago, and my first sports clients were Jackie Robinson and Muhammad Ali. Again, this goes back 53 years, so talking about starting a dream when I was a young kid, all of a sudden I'm in the highlight, and it really touched my heart to be able to do that, and I'll never, ever forget that. Fast forward from that, I've worked with all the past presidents of the United States, starting with President Reagan, which was truly an honor. And right here in Las Vegas, imagine this, we all love this city so much. I worked with Celine Dion at Caesar's Palace. You may remember her first show was A New Day. I worked with Celine on that, visited her many times at Lake Las Vegas. I also worked with Siegfried and Roy at the Mirage, and I can't tell you what a pleasure it was working with Siegfried and Roy. So these were all wonderful things that helped my dreams come true. But in finishing up, I want to give you another dream story. We have a lot of wonderful, talented people here from UNLV, and your film school at UNLV is incredible. So here's my final story that I want to share with you about dreams. You had at UNLV Film School a young man named Hunter Hopewell. Some of you may know Hunter. When he was a senior at UNLV, just like a lot of you, he produced and directed a film. He won an international award, best film in the entire world, produced by a college student. he went to the United Nations in New York to accept his award. His dad, who lives here in Vegas, was so kind. He said, Bruce, please, can you handle the public relations on this amazing award for Hunter? So I did, and Trisha would get a kick out of this. We had dozens of interviews for Hunter Hopewell. So here's the kicker to the story. We're talking about dreams. The theme is dreams. I was able to be instrumental in working with Hunter Hopewell. He got a job. I was instrumental at Disney Productions. Disney Productions, and to this day, he's still working at Disney Productions. That was a wonderful dream. So the theme was dreams. Your dreams are going to come through as well. I have absolutely no doubt. It's an honor and privilege seeing all of you, and the smiling faces, like I said, really touches my heart. Thank you so, so much to all of you. And now we're going to segue. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with all of you. So, so, so impressed. So the first award that we're going to be talking about is High School Director. High School Director. Your Story Starts Here by DPHS 2025, Dos Pueblos High School, and we have STN promo, So Much Drama, Dos Pueblos High School. Yes. Okay, we're at the point of opening up the envelope. This is exciting. I can't take the pressure. All right. We got it. Thanks for your patience. Okay. In the category of High School Director, Your Story Starts Here, DPHS 2025, Dos Pueblos High School. And the moment you've been waiting for, the recipients are Douglas Kane, John Dent, Alex Gardner, Everett Womack, Sam Blakely, Abby Selzer, and Sella Blackwell. Wow! Congratulations. Oh, so it was a tie. Okay, it was a tie. Much drama. There is a lot of drama. Okay. Oh, please. Congratulations.
Thank you. Wow. Feeling slightly embarrassed and so blessed to be up here right now. But as most of you know, we work so hard, and the students work so hard. Just Alex Gardner was our executive producer of our show. In the last school year, he is at University of somewhere that I can't remember because the lights are too bright. And Sam Blakely was our technical director, who's at the University of Montana. They put together the school promo. In our area, schools pay to have an outside journalism company come in and produce the promotional video for the high school. And we said, no, we do a good job. We work hard. We earned the right to have the principal give us a chance. And they created the first student promo for a high school in our school district ever. And I'm so proud of these young men and women that participated in the 6 to 8 month process to create that promo story, which is now on our school's website and lives as the showpiece for Dos Pueblos High School. The students more or less that created the STN promo, which was So Much Drama, was at a national convention where they had 40-ish hours to create a promo that encapsulates the event, and they placed honorable mention in that category, and tireless 40 hours for them to deliver an amazing convention promo. And thank you to the Academy, and thank you to everybody.
Congratulations again. I'm thinking of the saying, it's deja vu all over again. Congratulations, well done. Nice beard as well. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so we're ready for the next one. Thank you for the laughs. I'll talk to my agent. All right, in the category of College Director, The Attic, College of Southern Nevada. And the recipient is Adam Thomas. Yes. I have a son named Adam. I love it.
there's something wrong with the writing because we have a, I don't know, quadruple tie? Yeah. Okay, so we have the Attic, College of Southern California. Southern Nevada. Eloterra? Yeah. College of Southern Nevada.
The legend has it, the Gadsden, College of Southern Nevada.
Wow. And? Isn't this a great jacket? The jacket.
It's fine. And Flickr, UNLV.
Wonderful.
Oh, wow. Thank you guys so much. Thank the Natas for recognizing the hard work put into this film by my crew, my cast. I want to thank my cast specifically, Christopher, Angela, Luis, Jacob. Thank you guys so much for making this film what it was and putting in your all at your performances to tell this story. Thank you to Nick, my cinematographer, and to Sam, my assistant director, for putting me on their back and helping me run through this film. And seriously, this could not happen without you guys, and thank you to the rest of my crew as well. I also thank my mom and dad for not only raising me to be the filmmaker I am and the person that I am, but also supporting me every way through as an art student, and for letting me take over their house for a couple weekends to shoot. So thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank my cast and crew, whom I love and adore immensely. I want to thank Giselle, my cinematographer, who has and continues to be by my side. Destiny, the love of my life. None of this would have been possible without your tenacity and belief in my vision in this film. And I'm sorry for never believing me as much as you do.
Hello. Wow, I really wasn't expecting this right now. Thank you so much. Flickr would not be anywhere if not for my great friend and roommate, Jordan. This was his piece from the heart that he wrote and acted in, and I had the privilege of being able to bring it to life with him. Thank you to our other contender as well, Nick. He's my creative soulmate. Thank you to my parents for being here. Thank you to everyone. This is awesome.
I want to thank Sean Collette, the professor of that class. I want to thank my documentary teacher, John Aliano, my cinematographer, Ernest Brown, my producer, Z, and for all of the high school students still here, I idolized the man I made a documentary about. And yesterday I got to screen the film with him at UNLV, and he sat right next to me. And the 16-year-old in me couldn't believe it. So that's what's ahead of you. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
That's the one we just did.
Oh. Okay. Are we done?
We're done.
We are done.
I will take some of these away so they don't get all messed up. So I am Marianne Bates. I'm the co-awards chair of the NATAS, and I would like to announce our next presenter, Kristen Coral. Could you please come up, Kristen?
Hey guys, can we talk about Bruce for a minute? I'm far less cool than Bruce, but I aspire to be like you when I grow up. My name is Kristen Corral. I am the co-founder of Tacotarian and Good Morning Kitchen, but I was not always a restaurateur. Believe it or not, I moved to Las Vegas 25 years ago to be a performer. I was a showgirl, I was a creative, I was a creator like many of you in this room. And I remember vividly the day that I retired from performing. A fellow castmate came up to me and said, "Are you sure you're gonna make enough money to make a living after this?" And I was like, of course. But in my head, I'm like, I have no college degree, no hireable skills, no backup plan. Call it intuition or insanity. But I knew in my gut that I was gonna be successful. Since then, I've started a lot of businesses, some of them successful, some of them wildly unsuccessful. Feel free to ask me about those later. But the number one question I get asked if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would you give them? None. Literally none. Nothing. Because if I had, then I wouldn't be this person that I'm standing right here in front of you right now. So today I'm tasked with giving you some prolific advice as you move on into the next journey. And my advice is nothing, no notes, because you too are going to figure it out on your own. Look at all of you, what you've already accomplished in this moment. You know better than anyone, so lean into that. Take risks, do the hard work, bet on yourself, and everything else, I promise you, will fall into place. No one can tell your story better than you, so continue to share your story with the world. So now, I will try to get this right. I am so honored to present the nominees for High School Editor. Sophia Pixley, Purpose in Every Frame, Dos Pueblos High School. Your Story Starts Here, DPHS 2025, Dos Pueblos High School. Okay, the recipient is... Not even gonna bother with that. In the category of High School Editor, Sophia Pixley, Purpose in Every Frame, Dos Pueblos High School. Recipients are Douglas Kane, John Dent, Sophia Pixley. Yes, congratulations. Come get your awards.
Hi. Something new about Sophia. What is actually this product is her college entrance portfolio piece. It's her sizzle reel. It's her on-camera and cinematography sizzle reel. That's really a representation of the body of work of the 4 years of her high school experience. And I am so proud of her, and she's spectacular. And I've been messaging her, and she's ecstatic, jumping up and down, saying, "Yay, thank you, Natas," and can't wait to see a picture of the pillar. So, thank you.
Okay, I got one more. College Editor. The nominees are Adulterous Bottles, College of Southern Nevada. Cadence, College of Southern Nevada. Yes. Keep Blooming, Mount San Jacinto College. The Attic, College of Southern Nevada. And the recipient is... So exciting. Not as exciting as Bruce, though. In the category of College Editor, Adulterous Bottles, College of Southern Nevada, John Weary.
Sorry, I was in the back over there. I want to say thank you to my parents, my grandparents, Sasha, Suzanne, and everybody helped me on the film, the school especially. We shot this on 16 millimeter, and it wouldn't have been possible without CSN. And I have to say that despite everything, even despite how cursed this film was, we still made it. And I feel like every project will feel cursed, but it was just crazy. I'll name a few. That the first attempt was stolen out of my car in California. Someone stole my SSD. Then, another time, I fell asleep while driving my car. That sucked. Changing a tire at 4 a.m. And then I also broke a differential on another car while we were out in the desert shooting. And then near the end, the camera started tearing up the film. So we lost 5 minutes of film. That's still in my freezer. I'm gonna process it myself and scan it myself. One day, there'll be an extended cut. And then I feel like my sound guy had a heart attack or a stroke around that time. We went through hell. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. But regardless, we still out here with the shirts, though. But regardless, we still made it to the Emmys, though. So, thank you very much. All respect to this academy and the teachers who made this possible. Thank you.
Congrats.
Live events. Yeah, we're going to tear the stage apart real quick. So we have something a little special right now. I've said that a couple times. And it's been true. But I think this one is different. It's different for me personally. I think it's different for everybody that you see backstage, for the people back there. When we started this in August, talking about an award show for students specifically, breaking it off into its own award show, of course, there was a lot of talk about how to recognize the accomplishments of students. It's kind of the point of a student award show. But the thing that we also thought about is there is another part of that equation. There's the teachers and the people who show up, and there's the mentors, and none of us are going to get here. And I don't just mean the students. I mean myself. I mean Rob. I mean Kent in the back. None of us are going to get here without someone that believed in us and someone that sat down and took the time to teach us the things that weren't in the books, to teach us the things that you learn after hours, months, years on the job, getting beaten up in the ways and paying dues that, we all wish we didn't have to pay, but sometimes we do. And so we came up with this idea for the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Pacific Southwest Mentorship Award. And it sounds great, we started thinking, okay, who could we give this to? And because it's important, the first time you create an award, it's important because you have to set a standard for everyone else after that to live up to. And it weighed on us very heavily, the importance of that, because this isn't just something that's recognized, by us. This is something that it is recognized now by the full National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences as an award that can be given out by our chapter. And we wanted that to mean something. When you guys are up here talking and doing student awards in my place, you're still gonna be given this award. So we wanna set the tone for that. And we looked back and forth. We looked at, we looked at some institutions even, what's mentoring people. And there was one name that came up, and it spoke to me. I can only speak to my story. I remember the day that I walked in, it was the Holiday Inn Bayfront, and it was my first day on the Board of Governors for the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. And I didn't know anybody in the room. And if you've ever walked into a room like that, I didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't know what I was doing. And I opened a door. Sometimes pushing that door is the hardest thing there is. And there was a person there who put his hand out, shook my hand, had the same name as me, which was peculiar, but, and shook my hand, and he let me know that I was welcome there and that I belonged there. Because at this point, I was, younger in my career, I hadn't done things, and I found out that that guy was the president of the chapter. And he was the president for the first 4 years that I was there. And when I found out I was going to be president, the very first thing that I did was I called him and asked him for advice. I asked him for advice not just because his phenomenal work for the chapter, not just as chapter president, but also as a national trustee, and his tons of work that he's done with the National Academy, but also because of who he is and the man that he is. There's no one that I've ever met who's met him that doesn't think he's just fantastic. When we're going to gather June 27th for the Emmys, and every single person in that room thinks he is incredible. And a huge portion of the people in that room are there because of him. And that's not an exaggeration. So it was readily obvious that this is the person that we needed to reach out to, because my story, like I said, he gave me advice on what to do, and everything that I did that he said to do, it was a great idea, and everything that I did that he didn't say to do was, it's questionable. But with that said, he's someone that I have grown to respect, that I've come to learn from, and who I feel just even in my life would absolutely fit the definition of mentor. When you see our event in June, it's produced by students. And it's produced by students who he has taught, who he brings in, who he teaches how to put on an event of that magnitude. And it's fantastic. It's on par with every other chapter in the nation who spends a lot of money and brings in the professionals, and he's teaching the next generation. And the one thing that stood out to me, aside from my own story, was I remember last year, we were at the Emmys, night before. We're having our little soiree. I'm running the rooms, and I'm shaking hands with everyone, trying to pretend like I'm running for mayor of nothing. And I noticed everyone that was under the age of 25 was gathered around Don and listening to him, learning from him. And it wasn't that he had found them, it was that they found him. We all have mentors. We all need mentors. And I am glad that the people, the students, have a Don Johnson in our chapter, in our community. It is with great honor that we're not giving the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Pacific Southwest Mentorship Award. As the first recipient, from henceforth, the award will be known as the Don Johnson Mentorship Award. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce my friend and a mentor, Don Johnson.
Thank you, DJ. Oh, okay.
I can hold on.
You hold on to that, yeah. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate that. I had a whole shtick I was going to do, but I'm not going to do it now. Very kind words, so thank you.
No, absolutely. As I said, on behalf of the entire chapter, on behalf of the entire region, thank you for the work you've done.
Thank you.
The thing that I would be the most interested in knowing is why. Like, it's hard. Sometimes you're you have to. It's a matter, something that I think that you do particularly well is, people say it's molding young minds or whatever, and you don't do that. Every time that I've seen you interact, you allow people to adapt and create the right thing in their image. And I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit about that.
I guess it was just the way I was brought up. I mean, my story goes back 100 years, it seems like. But in high school, for everybody who's there, our high school had some TV equipment. It was ancient by today's standard, but and it just intrigued me. And I go, oh, how does this work? I used to take things apart as a kid. Couldn't put them back together, but I could take things apart, electronics and stuff like that. And then in college, where I met my beautiful wife, Pandora, I was in technical theater and and I had a great instructor, a technical theater instructor in college at Fullerton College, and he just kind of helped bring out it is doing lighting, doing sound, and all the technical type sort of things, and I kind of latched on to that and enjoyed that. And then finally made it to San Diego State, and I said, I want to go to San Diego State because it has a PBS station, TV station, radio station, student radio station there, and latched on to that and kind of hung in the instructor-student sort of mentorships. Then I had some mentors there at San Diego State that helped lead me through. And then I got hired at KPBS TV, and we used a lot of students in that production, in productions, I mean, and as an instructor, as you probably know, at least at San Diego State, everyone is 18 to 22 years old. They stay that age, but they keep changing and rolling over, if you will. And so we're always constantly instructing or mentoring and bringing in new students. And that just kind of stayed with me over all the years. And then they asked, hey, you've been here long enough, can you teach a class? Sure, I can. Like Christine said that, yeah, I can do that. I have no idea how to do it, but sure, I can do that. You tell them that, though. And then just went on from there. And it's wonderful to work with each and every one of the students and each and one of you and just try to, this is what we do to try to do this job or that job. I think I was thinking just that, you know, if you're a writer, write. Every day, write. If you're a shooter, go shoot. Make sure you know all of the crafts. If you do sound, do lighting, do makeup, hair, costumes, do all of that. Put all that down and continue to tell your stories. That's what's important. We want you to get out there. It may not be for money, we know that, but get out there and produce. Put shows together, put videos together. Whatever you can do, continue to do that.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that I particularly, this book, you know, this speaks to me about that is just the importance of going out and doing it and not worrying if it's perfect, making sure that it happens.
Right.
You know, something that is in contrast to that, and I would be interested in hearing the thoughts on that, is we are here at an award show, and not just a small award show. You know, this is, you have been incredibly influential with the National Academy. I said that everyone here, you know, and in the back loves Don. When we go to the meetings with the National Academy, they hear DJ is going to be at a meeting, and then they're disappointed when I walk in. He's beloved by all. And you know, the thing that I would be interested in is, so as we're progressing, let's go out and make a lot, you know, work on content, get those stories out of us. How do you feel that in a 21st century world, the concept of the Emmys, the concept of peer review plays into that? But since you have been so incredibly influential in that space.
I think I would say that when you do your videos, your stories, what did you learn from that? Review it again. How could I make that better? Could I have done this instead of that? Could I have shot it at high noon instead of at midnight? Or a golden hour? What can I learn from what I just did? I would also suggest keep track of all of your friends, because one of your friends may be the person that some organizations go, hey, do you know somebody who could help out on this project? And I'll go, oh yeah, there's Jane Doe can help out, and that's how you make the networking go. Keep track of everybody and share that with others. So if someone asks you, hey, do you know somebody? Yeah, I know somebody. And learn from that. And stay connected. Networking is so important in this industry, because it's tough getting a job out there. It is not easy. So you have to do anything and everything you can to get your foot in that door. Moving to LA, New York, maybe, or you can do it here in your hometown. Anyway.
I love that. One of the things that sticks with me, you say, you know, about networking and about those things, and one of the pieces of advice you gave me was that it's, you know, so much of the job of president, and then you expounded, saying even the industry as a whole is about people management and is about personality management.
Yes.
And that is something I have found to be incredibly true. And so I just wanted to take a moment to say publicly, thank you for that. I think that's fantastic advice.
Oh, and
yeah, you know, is there anything, so there's a lot of people out here, and there's going to be a lot of people watching later who don't necessarily have the benefit of being at San Diego State, of being able to work on the awards with you. What, you know, this is your mentorship hour. We know this is, you know, you can look down the barrel. What would you like those people to know? How would you approach that? Because you believe, you teach, you help, and that's important. So.
And if something's calling you, we heard earlier, dreams. Do you see your dreams? Do you have dreams that you want to pursue? go for it. Even if people tell you no, go for it. Do it. When you were talking there, I just remembered a lovely story talking about interpersonal communications and how you relate to others. This goes back, in fact, I was just sharing that with the guys before the event tonight. I was working with NBC Sports, probably in the late 90s, early 2000s, and I think it was a football game in Seattle. And I was working sound. Now, network show is pretty complicated. And it's gotten more complicated as the years gone by. But, you know, you have the announcers, you have the effects mics, you have music playback, you have replays and all that stuff. And you're in a TV truck where it's frickin' cold. And you got a handful of people yelling at you all at once. You have the director that you have to hit cues with. You have producer who you have to follow what we're doing. You have an AD telling you what music and everything to play. So you got all this noise at you, and if they're all talking at the same time, it turns into white noise, and you can't understand anyway. Anyway, to make a long story longer, I missed a cue. The announcers had tossed to the sideline reporter on the field. My responsibility, fade that fader up so that person can talk. I missed that cue. I had the executive producer chew me out while in the middle of this football game and just went on a rampage over the intercom to me. Everybody could hear it. And I was, you're nervous enough because you're trying to follow the game and it's a network show and da-da-da. He's yelling at me and I missed the second cue. And he just goes off. You know, duly, I missed the cue, which I shouldn't have. So anyway, at about that time, I made this decision that I will never yell as a director. I will never yell at my crew. Thank you. Because all you're doing is just screwing them up even more so, because then they're stage fright. They don't want to move. They don't want to do anything. But I always said I didn't want to do that. I'll bring it up, and if there was an issue that we'll talk about afterwards, and say how can we make this better the next time. Anyway, and so I've listened to that because we have all, or you will, have some directors who are screamers, and you'll have others that are not. I'd rather be on the not. Anyway, so that was my story about I'd rather work with a team, get your confidence, and produce a good show.
That is fantastic. I love that.
Sorry, long story.
Last question.
Yeah.
Two-parter.
Uh-oh.
All right, the first part is, all right, so we've talked to students, but it is a challenge to be a mentor. It is a challenge to come in every day and know how to speak to students, or how to speak to people, new employees, or even employees who are still developing, whatever it may be. So I would love to take a moment and talk to the people who are would-be mentors. And I mean, that does, I guess, include students, in a longer form, but the teachers, the people out there who might be watching this, how can they learn from you as far as how to be a better mentor, how to help progress careers, how to be, the way that I like to think of it is you're a force multiplier. How can they be that?
Well, I just think patience, number one factor. You have to be patient, and you know, as instructors sometimes, that there's a process to learn a concept or do something, and you'll just have to be patient, and you'll know that they'll get there, but you have to let them get through it themselves as a learning experience. If I sat there and told you what to do, you have to have the hands-on, you have to have the aha moment if you're trying to take in a concept of, how does the audio board work, or how does the switcher work? Go play with it, figure it out. You're not going to hurt it. We'll just recall the last setup to make sure it all comes back. So patience and allowing the person to go through the process of, I understand it now. And then they can share that with their colleagues too. Anyway.
As someone who's known you for 10 years and you've watched me on this, I appreciate your patience. And with that, I will happily award the first ever Don Johnson Mentorship Award.
Holy cow. Thank you. Even spelled my name right. Yay! Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Keep producing. Keep working. Thanks.
Fantastic. All right, we're going to reset the stage for a second. And while we do that, I'm going to remind you, hashtag NATAS-PSW. Please put it on all the socials. And all right, with that, I am going to toss to our wonderful host, Trisha King.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Congrats, Don. I almost went to San Diego State. I have to tell you, I did, but I chose Arizona State. But my brother-in-law played baseball with Tony Gwynn there, and so yeah, it's pretty cool. All righty. Well, are you enjoying yourself so far? Isn't this great? It's a lot of fun. Next up, we have the category of photography, and we have somebody special here in Nevada. We have Danette Tull, who's going to come up and introduce that category with the Nevada Film Office. Danette.
Oh. Thank you. Wow, I got to follow Bruce. I got to follow Don. I don't know, guys. Good evening, everyone. As Tricia mentioned, I'm Danette Tull. Most of you know me as the Deputy Director of Film Nevada, our state's film commission, and as someone deeply passionate about bringing production work to Nevada and creating jobs for our local crew. But what many people may not know is the personal story behind that passion. I'm the daughter of a 20-time Emmy-nominated and 4-time Emmy-winning camera operator. My dad, DJ Diomedes, is an Air Force combat camera veteran and a member of Local 600 Cinematographers Guild who spent nearly 25 years working for ABC Television. My dad raised a family of 5 on one income, putting food on the table, paying for health care and braces, and eventually putting all 3 kids through college. He did it all through a career in this industry. Growing up, I measured time not by years, but by his assignments. Our garage was filled with pieces of his world, a director's chair with his name on it, credentials from various productions and events, and even a pinball machine from a canceled sitcom that made us the most popular house in the neighborhood. I remember being in kindergarten, now you're gonna figure out how old I am, when he came home from working the Lake Placid Winter Olympics with souvenirs for us. I didn't understand the global significance of that event at the time. I just knew we missed him when he was gone and that he always came back with incredible stories. By elementary school, I realized my dad's job was different, especially when my teacher lit up on career day hearing that he worked on General Hospital. That's when I started watching the end credits of the shows he worked on and looking for his name. By middle school, I knew exactly which camera was his. Camera 1, General Hospital. Stage right on the Academy Awards. The sideline dolly at the college football games. Or 125 feet in the air on the 18th hole at the US Open. That was my dad's camera. And every year, my parents had what I called their prom night. Getting dressed up in tuxes and gowns as a limo picked them up from our suburban neighborhood to go to the Emmy Awards. I'd wait up as long as I could, hoping this would be the year that he won. By my sophomore year of high school, my dad had been nominated 20 times. He used to joke that he was the Susan Lucci of the camera department. These are those nominations. But here's what stuck with me. He kept showing up. He kept working. He pushed past the disappointment. And eventually, he won. Not just once, but multiple times. And I was lucky enough to witness those moments right here in Las Vegas. Today, he's retired. The retired just means he still takes jobs if the location and commute are good enough. Now, in my role, working with Nevada crews, and as someone who grew up in this industry, I want to leave you with a few things that I've learned. Reputation is everything. It takes years to build and moments to lose. People remember how you show up. Attitude matters just as much as talent. People will hire someone who is collaborative, positive, and willing to learn over someone experienced but difficult every single time. Get comfortable with disappointment. You won't get every job. You won't win every award. What matters is that you keep going. Stay humble. Everyone starts somewhere. That production assistant next to you today could be your boss tomorrow. And remember, this is a team sport. If you're in it for the ego, you're in it for the wrong reasons. Surround yourself with good people. Work hard. Keep going. There are no shortcuts. And yes, it may sound cliche, but it is an honor to be nominated. Being in this room tonight means you're already doing something right. So congratulations to all of you. The future of this industry is in good hands. And with that, the nominees for high school photographer are So Much Drama, STN Promo, Dos Pueblos High School, The Dark Watchers, Dos Pueblos High School, The Story Starts Here, DPH 2025, Dos Pueblos High School. Okay, in the category of high school photographer, your story starts here, DPHS 2025. Recipients are Douglas Kane, John Dent, Alex Gardner, Everett Womack, Sam Blakely, Abby Selzer, and Selah Blackwell. I guess those were the nominees. No, the recipients, I'm sorry, those are the recipients. Come on up if they're here, or actually you should just stay up here and pull up a chair. I told you you're getting your steps in myself.
Thank you. Before I speak briefly, I promise briefly, on these students, I just want to say there was so much wisdom that was just said right there. I have a quote that I share with my kids when we're blessed with such wisdom that we just heard is, and I see the camera, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this recording soon and share with my students. But I say oftentimes when we get so much good stuff so fast is if we drop too many gems, you treat them like rocks. You blessed us with so much right there that it's almost impossible to truly process all of that. And I want to say thank you and remind the young people that you just got like 10 gems in a row. So I hope you process that, go back and really fail forward and learn from the people that have come before you. And that was moving for me to hear, so that was spectacular. So this story, I'm just now realizing that there's two here, okay. This category, and I want to say this as a teacher, I know I've done my job when they ask me questions I can't answer. I think our new mentor, Award recipient Don Johnson kind of referenced it, is I push them to the level that I can, but ultimately I'm a flag football coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a husband, I'm a father in a public high school. At a certain point, they got to fly without me, and that point happens quicker than I think they want. And both of these two storytellers, The Dark Watchers is one of the most phenomenal short horror films I've ever seen. It premiered at a national student film festival, and it is eerie and as you alluded to, they controlled beautifully the lighting, the cinematography, the sound design. It was giving me goosebumps now. Just thinking about this short film was absolutely spectacular. And Your Story Starts Here high school promotional video had daunting levels of revisions to make our principal happy with the first ever student production, and balancing what they knew was right with what the client wanted was a good lesson for them in what production is like sometimes. And so thank you again, Natas, and again, so blessed to be up here. Thank you for the wisdom.
Okay. I need a bigger podium. I have so much paperwork. Hold on. All right. So the same category, the nominees for College Photographer are Cadence, College of Southern Nevada, Crosshairs, UNLV, Driven to Succeed, College of Southern Nevada, Elotero, College of Southern Nevada, Legend Has It, the Gaston, College of Southern Nevada, and The Attic, College of Southern Nevada. The hometown crowd almost. Okay, I have a lot of envelopes. In the category of College Photographer, the recipient is Crosshairs, UNLV, Brett Levner. In the category of College Photographer, the recipient is Elotero, College of Southern Nevada, recipient Colin Flanagan. I'm still going. In the category of College Photographer, Cadence, College of Southern Nevada, recipient Sean Rosen. In the category of College Photographer, Driven to Succeed, College of Southern Nevada, recipient is Francisco Navarro. Come on out, come on out. You're gonna have to introduce yourself because I read all these really fast.
I am not the cinematographer of our film Crosshairs, but I am the director. Enrique could not be here tonight. Thank you. Because he is working, he's making money, so we can start making our next project. I don't have anything prepared for him, but I'll tell you a little bit about him. He is hardworking, he is professional, he goes bigger and better with every single take that we do, every single setup, every single film that we do. He has a loving family that supports and loves him, and they've been on our sets multiple times. He is a collaborator every step of the way, in pre-production, on set, and in post-production. He works with every department. He works with me. He works with the writers. He works with art department, he works with his camera and G&E crew, he works with the actors. He's a truly talented person, and I wish all the best for him. He's an incredible person. I wish he could be here tonight. Thank you.
Congratulations. Let me call up the photographer from Driven to Succeed, College of Southern Nevada.
Hello. Hi. Well, thanks everyone for everything. I didn't have anything prepared either, so I guess it's just a common trend. But I mean, first off, thanks to the Academy for even considering this film for photography. It's a comedy, so I really wasn't expecting that. Just because I don't know, I feel like it's not really a common thing with that. But I want to thank my parents. My parents are they're amazing. They've always put my siblings and I first, and just like giving us the platform to be whatever we want to be. There was a time where I wanted to do like be a car mechanic and stuff like that, and my mom was urging me like, just go to college, do what you want to do, do what you want to do. I want you to do what you want to do, and so this is what I want to do. And so it's an honor to be recognized for this, and appreciate my girlfriend for always pushing me and giving me the extra juice that I need to keep going. So thanks, guys. Thanks, College of Southern Nevada. Woo! Thanks, guys.
Next, I have the photographer from Cadence, College of Southern Nevada.
I didn't have anything prepared either because I didn't think I was going to win anything. So this is really awesome. It's cool to be recognized. I would like to thank my wife for joining me on this journey. Her name's Yvette. She's back there somewhere, all over there. When life decided to take me down this path of working in film and TV. So that all started at CSN, which is, I don't know, it was awesome. Just an awesome experience, and the faculty there was amazing, and just the peers that I was so fortunate to shoot for. Just amazing people, amazing stories coming out of that school. And Sean, who directed Cadence, he was one of the first directors to actually like give me a chance to shoot his films. So that was really awesome, and I'll forever to this day thank him for that. And whenever he needs someone, I'm always there for him. So, but yeah, thank you so much, and go to College of Southern Nevada. Great school. Thanks.
Last but not least, the photographer from El Otero, College of Southern Nevada.
Hello, hello. In what seems like CSN fashion, I don't have much prepared. But I would like to start off by saying thank you so much for this award. It was an honor just to be nominated. I do have to shout out my family. I couldn't have done any of this without their love and support. I love you so much, Mom. Thank you to Colin Flanagan, our wonderful director. Thank you for putting so much trust in me. It was an honor to share this film with you. I also have to shout out our cast and crew. This is 100% a team effort, and I share this award with you. I'd like to thank CSN and all of our amazing teachers, John Aliano, Mark Olson, Sean Collette, and I think it's Keith Strasbaugh. I don't know him that well. You've all helped to shape my craft. I want to leave you all with this. Let's continue to make creative, beautiful, and meaningful art. I know this is an intense industry, so first of all, congratulations to you all in here. It doesn't matter where you start as long as you continue. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Congratulations again. Next up is the award for high school public service announcement presented by Janet.
Hi, everyone. Well, I'm going to try to put this on here, and hopefully it'll... Okay, there we go. Short people problems, what can I say? Huh? No? Okay, no. Forget it. Okay. I wanted to say thank you to the Academy. You know, I've always wanted to say that. But in any event, I'm so honored, and I feel so overjoyed to be part of this incredible event. Thank you to Shakhtar, DJ, and the entire crew at the Academy. And to all the students out here, you are all superstars. I'm Janet Hartley, and I'm the Nevada District Director of SCORE. We're a mentoring program, and I wanted to share a story about hope, determination, and perseverance. Without any formal education, I graduated 10th grade. I became a regional sales manager and a vice president for a bank. My career-changing moment was when I met Augie Martinez, who was a manager at Bank of America. I was a graveyard shift manager at Arby's. I still eat at Arby's, I really do. And he said, well, why don't you want to be our teller? And I said, I don't have any experience. And he says, that's okay, I'll train you and I'll be your mentor. So I want to say continue to dream big, never look back, and never give up, and know that you'll have your Augie Martinez down the road. Thank you. So let's announce the nominations. High School Public Service Announcement. A Breakup with Lawns, Dos Pueblos High School. I wish I never started Dos Pueblos High School. This is so exciting. In the category of High School Public Service Announcement, A Breakup with Lawns, Dos Pueblos High School. Recipients are Douglas Kane, Rocky Thorman, Sam Mitchell, and Jonathan Harling. Oh, it's you again. Hi. I hope you didn't do carry on.
A Breakup with Lawns is a PSA that we did to help our county, Santa Barbara County, with their Water Conservation Act. You know, in an area like Nevada and California, obviously water conservation and fire safety is an extremely important and noble cause. And these students took one of the most creative ideas. It is, you are hearing it right, LAWNS, lawns, like the grass. And what the artistic vision was, it's like the somber music as you see like the love note right up, but it's a breakup note. And he's talking about breaking up with the lawns and how much water and the damage that it's causing their relationship. And it was such a beautiful idea. And I am so proud that these students are winning this award. One of them is at Syracuse right now as a freshman in college in their journalism program. And it really speaks to dreams, follow your dreams, and just dream big. And I don't think anyone ever thought about writing a breakup letter with a lawn or lawns. And it was beautifully done, and so proud of these young students. Thank you.
Thank you. And so the next award for College Public Service Announcement, Less Screen, More Green, UNLV. And in the category for College Public Service Announcement, Less Screen, More Green, UNLV, recipient Brett Levner. Congratulations.
All right. Well, I can't believe I'm finally saying this unironically, but I'd like to thank the Academy. But shout out to RJ and all the kids out there, Isabella, Renee, Keaton, Justin. Without them, they pretty much without them, this project would not exist. So shout out to them. And also shout out to Mei Long, who pretty much contacted me last second. And without her, I would probably be playing video games right now. So this is my second Emmy. I got one back in 2021 during the pandemic. So back then, I was just watching the live stream with a bunch of my high school friends, and we were doing karaoke, and when I told them I won, they were kind of like, oh, great. They didn't know what was going on, but it was whatever. We continued singing terribly. But I remember thinking that I wanted to, actually come here and actually come back and do this speech at some point. So I'm glad I'm here again. So thank you to the Academy.
I just want to say that I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that I've been able to have.
Great job. Here, don't forget your award. By the way, I do want to give a shout out to some of the Nevada schools, because you may not know, but this year at the Oscars, we had 2 Oscar-nominated UNLV students who had graduated, and one who actually won an Oscar this year, and I did an interview with her. So it's pretty amazing what they're turning out at UNLV. I also, yeah, isn't it amazing? It really is. Really proud of UNLV and their film program. I also want to mention that these awards today, it's not so easy to get one of these awards today, because there's literally hundreds in your category, and it's also based on the highest score and how you're scored in that category. So this is the top of the class here, so congratulations to everybody. All right, so in our next category, it is for fiction, and we have Michelle Koshman. Michelle, welcome to the stage.
We're in the home stretch, everybody. Thank you for supporting, because obviously these nominees have done an amazing job, and so you're saying and supporting them means a lot. I'm an entertainment publicist, but I work with about half a dozen award shows in Hollywood, TV, fashion, and tech. And so I'm also going to just share some, I think, business advice that should hopefully supplement these next stages that you guys are going into. So recognition like tonight, whether you win or not, if you are nominated, it is a win. Because a nomination, absolutely. And let me tell you why that's logistical and not just motivational. Every nomination is otherwise unattainable publicity, legitimacy, and negotiating power that you would not otherwise have. I did a job a few years ago with Eric Roberts, it's Julia Roberts' brother, and he was nominated a long time ago for an Academy Award, never won. But he told me every time I enter a room, they say, an Academy Award nominee, Eric Roberts. He says, before they even say my name, I've been introduced with the power of what the Oscar has behind it. So every nominee, whether you walk away with one of these or not, it is otherwise unattainable publicity, legitimacy, and negotiating power you would not have. So my advice is that you start building your brand as a professional right now. You've probably already a little bit done that, but really after tonight, because of this, I'm just going to throw out a few PR suggestions. So this is being recognized by the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Pacific Southwest Chapter Student Production Awards. As she said, it's not just easy to do. So start creating an email list. Start learning how to send follow-up thank yous, whether that's a DM through LinkedIn, direct, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Making yourself known to the people that are producing and that are doing things. A lot of your success as a professional is going to deeply depend on the friendships that you make. You're not just going to fall into a great community. You need to build a great community. You all heard how great Don Johnson is. You better go meet him tonight and make him your friend. I'm going to make him a closer friend too. Don't submit just one time. Flag guy has been up here like 6 times, and I mean, I know he's accepting on behalf, but imagine if that school said, well, we did submit. Good, we submitted, check. Submit multiple times. Submit in multiple categories. It's a numbers game. And I promise you, the nomination committees on all of these award shows of merit, they start recognizing names. That's how publicity works. You start getting noticed, you start getting nominated, you start winning. Publicity, legitimacy, negotiating power that you would not otherwise have. Network with your colleagues and make them your industry friends. Someone mentioned that tonight. Everyone in here, because they've done something great, they're here. You guys, if you don't have a LinkedIn, you need to make one, and you need to make friends with all of them. And they're going to have skills you don't have, you have skills they don't have, the other way around, and you're going to be working together all of your life. This award show, this first student award show, is on IMDb. If you are not there, you can be now. You are an award nominee. And after Wikipedia, this is, at least in the entertainment industry, probably one of the closest things to showing your legitimacy. Every win that you have, a nomination, an award win, every step up, it's another leverage up in your career. So I'm going to go into the, let's go into the nominees of this category. This is for high school fiction, short form, or long form. High school fiction. The nominees are Diverged, Carlsbad High School, Sweater Weather, Frye Films, and good community, The Money Sack, Carlsbad High School. The recipients are, in the category of high school fiction, short or long form, The Money Sack, Carlsbad High School, Ben Hampton, Grayson Valdez, Carter Barrett, Brody Bearson, Alyssa Matucci, Isabella Hollingsworth, Madeline Mazula, Christian Rodriguez, Owen Gomel, and Luca DeBice. Congratulations.
So thank you so much. I actually did not work on this, but I'm just one of the people from Carlsbad. Came a long way, 5 hours. And I'm just so proud of all of the people who worked on this amazing project. This project deserves this so much, and yeah, just thank you.
For the category college fiction, short form or long form, the nominees are Behind the Door, College of Southern Nevada, Cadence, College of Southern Nevada, over there, Elotero, College of Southern Nevada, and Homing Pigeon, UNLV. And the recipients in this category are Homing Pigeon, UNLV, Brett Levner, and Elotero, College of Southern Nevada, Colin Flanagan.
So guess who wasn't prepared for a speech a second time? Thank you to the Academy, once again, for recognizing this film. I'll talk a little bit more about it. Again, this is a project made by me and my brother. It took us about 3 days and hours to make. A lot of blood, a lot of sweat, a lot of tears. A lot of effort went into this, and I'm just glad that everyone loves it. Yeah, again, I didn't come prepared, so thank you so much.
Hi. Okay. Oh my gosh. Whoa. So I want to thank the Academy, first of all, and my wonderful production team that worked the long hours and weathered the literal storms. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Sean Collette for believing in my producing abilities early on. I want to thank Keith for giving the invaluable notes on such a big project, and John Cialiano for his unwavering support. I want to thank my father for believing in me and supporting me through this journey and letting us just crash his house continuously. I love you. I want to thank my sister Katrina for coming. I love you as well, wherever you are, girl. Hey. I want to thank my director and significant other, Colin, for trusting me with his vision and to make his dream project now award-winning. You're my rock, baby. And last, I want to thank God for this opportunity to showcase something beautiful and amazing.
I want to thank the Academy for this prestigious honor. My mother, who is here tonight, without her, I would never have been up on this stage. My wonderful cast and crew, again, who helped me bring my vision to life. My professors, Sean Collette, Keith Strasbaugh, and John C. Aliano, for all of their unwavering support. My producing and real life partner, Destiny, who I know gave me a shout out earlier, but it's fine. I love you so much. And everyone else who has impacted me and my life, you know who you are. Dreams are real and they can be achieved. We need more art, but specifically art by minorities, women, people of color, the LGBTQIA+ community, and anyone who has a story to tell. Thank you.
We need this money shot together. There you go. Take the camera.
Ooh, this is heavy.
Okay, like I said, we're in the home stretch to present the next categories. Please welcome Kathleen Taylor. Congratulations, everyone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate my colleagues, Michelle and Janet, for speaking about business in the industry, in the entertainment industry. And I also would like to share with you the leadership aspect as well. Yesterday, I completed a leadership intensive executive level training series at UNLV, and it is in alignment with what I do in small business development and economic development for Nevada. And I share this with you in that during the class, our professor posed the question, what type of leader do you want to be? Do you want to be a leader that is loved, or do you want to be a leader that is feared? And so my classmates, they went around, answered the question, love, 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 feared, feared. When it was my turn, I said, you know what? I really don't resonate with being a leader that is loved or being a leader that is feared. I resonate with being a leader that is respected and that has earned that respect to lead. And I share that with you. Within your life journey, no matter where you are, you can be your own leader and you can also be led. And when someone gives you the choice of either or, always remember the third option. And that option is, how are you resonating? How are you aligning and create that option that is right for you? You can be your own leader in different situations and dynamics. You can lead yourself through your good, through your bad, through your ugly, in order for you to attain the pinnacle of leading yourself through your good, through your bad, and your ugly, and also your good, your better, and your best. And with that said, it is a pleasure to introduce the new leaders that are nominees for the category of high school, nonfiction, short form, or long form. Breaking the Oil Chain, Dos Pueblos High School. Waves for All, Carlsbad High School. Your story starts here, DPHS 2025, Dos Pueblos High School. And the winner, the recipient for high school nonfiction, short or long form. We have multiple winners here, 2 recipients. In the category of high school nonfiction, short form or long form, Waves for All, Carlsbad High School. Recipients are Ella Jacobs and Vivian Kowelty.
As seems to be in fashion, I also don't have a speech prepared. Thank you so much to everyone who worked on this with me, Vivian Quelty, who's in the audience, Layla Anglin, who edited this whole thing. We had over 2 hours of interview footage. It was a lot. It was a great story. I'll tell you a little bit about it real quick. This is actually the other winner, I just noticed. Wait. For the breaking the oil chain knot. The one for this.
So this one is for college. And we need another one for you.
You're all good.
Sorry about that.
Okay, you're all good.
Okay.
I'll just tell you like 4 quick seconds about the organization, Waves for All. It's in Southern California. It helps disabled people surf. We've met blind surfers, autistic surfers. We've seen so many different people. It was a great story, and I'll let you guys get on with your evening, but thank you.
In addition to Carlsbad High School, the other recipient in the category of high school nonfiction, short or long form, Breaking the Oil Chain, Dos Pueblos High School. Recipients are Douglas Kane, John Dent, Ari Lutkowski, Casey Engel, Michael Shin. And this is Dos Pueblos High School.
I think one of the hardest things as a high school teacher that I find myself coming up against after the brain rot that is affecting our young generation is hard news. As the title leads to, Breaking the Oil Chain, they recently reignited or restarted the offshore drilling in our community, and some students sought to tell that story. And that is not an easy story to tell. Those are not easy interviews to collect and do professionally. I am so proud of the students, all of whom are sophomores, that told this really important story about what's happening in our community, and they did it with such class and elegance. And again, hard news categories are difficult for young people, and this group told an amazing story and enlightened our community to what was going on, and I couldn't be more proud of them. Thank you to the Academy, and yeah.
And the nominees for college, nonfiction, short form or long form: Buried, Palestine and the Need for Media Literacy, College of Southern Nevada. Legend Has It, The Gadsden, College of Southern Nevada. And the recipient for this particular category. In the category of college, nonfiction, short or long form, Legend Has It, The Gadsden, College of Southern Nevada. Recipient is Hisani Johnson.
This is probably unorthodox, but I want to thank my cinematographer, Ernest Brown. He didn't just make pretty pictures on this film. He does what all cinematographers do, which is coddle their director. He was the person who helped me prep this thing from conception to completion. He spoke with me every day, way after set. He hauled equipment by himself. He didn't have grips or gaffers. And he spent time making sure I was cool in my personal life so that my mind was straight on set. And the guy never gets enough credit for it, and I don't think this will sum it up, but I love you, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are almost there at the home stretch, and I will introduce an additional colleague to the microphone to continue the party train.
So our next category is a category I would have loved to have judged because I have 34 years of anchoring newscasts. And our next category is newscasts, and here to present the nominees and winners ultimately is Oscar Frazier.
All right, we're on the home stretch, guys, right? On the count of 3, I want you all to say a word. And that word is 22. You ready? 1, 2, 3. 22. Years and good summers left. If you're in that age range of college and high school, you've got, pretty soon you're going to turn that 40 number. You're going to start getting bald spots, like kind of how I have up here right now. And you're going to start seeing life starts to change. And what you do in between now and then is going to set the trajectory for the rest of your life. Now, it's incredibly easy to be mediocre. It's simple. Do what they do, drink what they drink, in some cases smoke what they smoke, party when they party. But it's incredibly difficult to be above average. It's incredibly difficult. It takes courage to be successful. It really does. In my career, I'm actually in the global crisis management space, where we are responsible for talking to journalists and encouraging them to tell the truth, to be truth seekers, and to identify what really needs to be said to the communities at large. I have actually had the privilege of managing and leading 24 projects across the continent of Africa. I've done about 2 or 3 in Europe and some in South America, and it's all around countering violent extremism. How important is that when it comes to being able to tell the truth, even when it may not be popular? This is your moments. The people in this room right now, I will probably interface with at some point, because you are that next generation that really does matter. Okay? So hats off to you guys. Give yourselves a hand. And because it's getting late, I won't bother you guys with giving too many more jokes or anything else like that, but I will encourage you to do one thing. If you do not know who Mel Robbins is, I would encourage you to go get her book, The 5-Second Rule. The 5-Second Rule. This is why it's so important. In that period of time that I mentioned to you from 18 to 40, it's a big gap. It seems like that, right? But before you know it, time is going to go. We are running out of time. And it's time now. The things you do now is going to matter, because before you look up, things start to change. So it's time to get serious, right? It's time to get super serious. So with that said, let's go into the newscast piece. So let's first talk about the nominees. The nominees are, and I will not do it without a drum roll. Bro, I got to have a drum roll or something. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. The high school nominees are Beyond DP, Season 2, Episode 4, Dos Pueblos High School. Beyond DP, Season 2, Episode 6, Dos Pueblos High School. Bronco TV, Rancho Bernardo High School. Uh-oh, okay, we got some people, okay, good. CHS TV, live broadcast. Okay, that's also at Carlsbad High School. Beyond DP, live from Tampa Bay, Dos Pueblos High School. And rounding out, here we got Focus on the Wild, Studio 701, Studio 701. All right, so, and the recipient is, ooh, this is the fun part. Everyone's looking and waiting. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, we got 3 different ones, I guess, okay. All right. All right, so the first one is, the first recipient is, let's see, for high school newscast, CHS TV live broadcast, Carlsbad High School. Recipients are the entire team. That's the listing, so please come on up. Let's give them a hand. Okay. All right, next up on the high school recipient, we got DP News, live from Tampa Bay, Dos Pueblos High School. Okay, and those recipients are, so it's quite a long list here, so bear with me. Douglas Keynes, John Dent, Natalie Sabindin, I might be probably saying that incorrectly there, Alex Gardiner, Nathan Vincent, Sophia Pixley, and Micah Barnett. All right. Oh, okay. Got it. Duly noted. All right. And next here for the high school newscast nominee, we got Bronco TV. Rancho Bernardo High School, and the recipients are Nepal Arshan, Aiden Zook, Yan Lowe, Jacqueline Runyon, Alex Huxa, Noam Cohen, Kanan Kim, and it looks like we got one written in for Jude Peterson. Let's give them a hand.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank the Academy. I want to thank both our teachers, Mr. Conan and Miss Benson. We wouldn't be a program without you. All of your work, tireless dedication, night and day. Thanks to the whole rest of the class who couldn't be here today. It's just amazing to just have this award. Yeah, thank you.
You know, as a coach, there are individual awards, and there's kind of like all those cliches. There's no I in team, and what is special about this more than anything else tonight is Live from Tampa Bay is a full morning show produced by our entire team. There's a few other students there. My co-advisor, actually the director of our media program, John Dent. All of these people had to come together. All of these students had to come together to tell this particular morning show. So proud of the team effort. The team wins feel so much more special. Because there's more margin for error. If you have your top 3 kids produce high quality packages, great, check the box, right? They did what I expected them to do, and I'm super proud of them. But when you have all of your students, and I believe that this specific show had about 25 different students working on different elements from graphics, intros, news packages, weather, etc. There's a lot more margin for error, so to be celebrated as a team is truly the piece de resistance. Thank you to the Academy.
Wow, I did not expect to be here today, but I just want to thank my teacher, Nepal Arslan, for making these opportunities possible and making me where I am right now. I want to thank Ross Callan for making this program how it is. I also want to thank Michael Brueggemeyer back there for being a mentor and helping me. And then I want to thank Josh Chambers as well for helping me throughout my whole career. And then I wouldn't be able to be here without my glorious friends and my cast and crew who helped me make this episode how it is. And thank you.
Real quick, we're gonna take a quick picture.
Everyone smile!
Oh, to still be young. Oh man, I love it. I love it. All right, now let's get to the college newscast nominees, and that is Rebel Report, S18E7, UNLV. Now, I'm not gonna, if I was a betting man, I could be wrong here, but let's see. All right, and whoa, this is a list here. Whoa, all right. So the nominee for college newscast goes to, guess who? Rebel Report, S18E7, UNLV. All right. And let's go down this list of recipients here. We got quite a bit. All right. Jack Bridges, Kyle Sparrow, Ethan Damalo, John Edencott, Julian Winters. We have Matt Conciergo, Madison Kelly, Whittaker Loomis, Evan Carroll, Danny Cabarlo. I have the longest list ever in life. Let's see, Donovan Hicks, Maria Perez, Ansley Pavick. Is this like a joke? Am I being punked here? This is still going. Christopher Williams, Johnny Graves, Wyatt Pudio, Ariel Meza, Nathan Oslo, Zoe Salalis, Jero Guerrero, all right, and so many more. Y'all good? You guys come on out. Can't make this up.
Yeah, so completely, really honored to accept this. They said not to say this, but thank you to the Academy. You know, for those of you who don't know what Rebel Report is, it is a student-run sports broadcast. It is all the people, the long list of names. It doesn't happen with just one person. So on behalf of UNLV, Professors Kevin E. Martin, Ryan Thorpe, as well as everyone else, I'm sure there's only a couple people behind me, but of all the people he named, just thank you to everyone. And yeah, two for two, baby. Go Rebels.
We did it.
So that concludes the evening. Congratulations to everybody out there. The nominees, congratulations. It was amazing work, and let's go hang out and party outside. Yeah.